Villeminot. Hi, Florence. A lot of French papers focusing on these demonstrations that were in Paris on Sunday for and against gay marriage. And they've got strikingly different views on those, haven't they?
That's right. Let's start by looking at Libération, the left-leaning newspaper. It talks about ordinary homophobia because, according to Libération, this string of demonstrations against gay marriage, well, little by little, there has been a shift in the tone. It's become very homophobic, according to Libération. The terms of the debate have really shifted, and nowadays the anti-gay demonstrators are actually very hostile towards gays and lesbians.
We've seen a lot of demonstrations, repeated anti-gay marriage demonstrations.
That's right, but Libération says there's really, like, over the last couple of weeks and months, there's been this shift, and in their editorial they talk about these fears, and they say that, well, this shift, this slippery slope, has been made possible by a certain complacency on the right that's let these homophobic fears get out of hand for political gains, but also because of the left, which hasn't been clear enough, hasn't really drawn the line and said this is not acceptable.
Okay, so they're blaming politicians for letting this happen, basically.
That's right, exactly. But as you were saying, it's a different take on the right. If we look at Le Figaro, the right-leaning newspaper, they say that actually this manif pour tous, so this demonstration against gay marriage, was actually a very gentle force. These aren't the neo-fascists that the left said was going to come out and storm. What happened here was actually a very friendly demonstration, but they say that the rallying cry is still very strong. The parliament is set to approve this law tomorrow, but they say that even if and when the parliament approves this, well, the struggle will continue.
And that's something that's also coming across in the Catholic newspaper La Croix.
That's right. Here it is on the front page. It says un non parti pour durer. So this no camp is set to last in time. And La Croix says the reason for that is because the debate has become about a lot more than just gay marriage. Now this is becoming political. It's taken a political turn. And in fact, La Croix, in their editorial, they say that, well, the opposition UMP party is hoping to transform this movement into a broader movement against François Hollande. And in fact, Brigitte Bardot, who's the leader of this
woman that we've seen a lot of times as a
spokeswoman for the movement, yes. She says that her collective, the Manif pour tous, they're actually going to present candidates in the upcoming municipal elections.
Right.
So actually, La Croix points out that this is proof that it's becoming very political. Also, this could actually be somewhat of a rivalry for the UMP, which could explain why the UMP is eager to keep these people in their camp.
Okay, very interesting developments there. Okay, more French papers focusing on another law that's been going through the Senate, this time trying to overhaul France's labour laws.
That's right. It's on the front page of La Tribune, the business paper today, that says that it was a very hard law to pass through the Senate, actually likens it to a very difficult delivery that needed forceps. And Aujourd'hui en France explains exactly just what this law is. Basically, it's a law that'll bring more flexibility to the job market and also give workers more rights as well. So it's the French version of flexi-security. But this bill was fiercely opposed in Parliament, especially by communist MPs, and the government actually had to pull out a trump card, use a very exceptional measure to push the law through. But this upset a lot of people, especially communists, and the L'Humanité, so the communist newspaper, says that the government killed the debate, and you see an MP here being
very clearly see their view on that situation.
That's right.
Through that campaign. Now, we're also looking at Italian politics in the French newspapers, aren't there? 2 months of stalemate there.
Absolutely. And Libération points out that Italy is seeking a new solution in the old. And so basically what happened is on Saturday, a majority of Italian MPs begged the current president, Giorgio Napolitano, to stick around for another 7 years.
Because they couldn't agree on anyone else.
They couldn't agree on anyone else, and he seemed like the only solution or short-term solution. So they actually had to change the law and push back the legal age of retirement to 95 because he's going to be turning 88 in June.
95? There's not many people that are going to keep working till they're 95. I have to see if he makes it through.
Well, he originally actually didn't want the job, and Le Figaro points this out as well. He decided to run again, be elected again, because out of a sense of responsibility. And Le Figaro points out this is a last-ditch effort. Will it work? That's the million-dollar question. Le Figaro says, well, in the meantime, it's buying people time.
Okay, well, we'll see if that works in Italy there. Thanks very much indeed, Florence Villeminot, with the look at the French newspapers this Monday. Well, coming up next, in just